Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. It may be hard to find a running lane today. The Browns have the best rush defense in the league, and they're going against the Texans, who will try to avoid becoming one-dimensional.
Just off the shores of Lake Erie, we are at First Energy Stadium in a city aptly named after its founder, Moses Cleveland, way back in 1796. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Houston Texans and the Cleveland Browns. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Now a play fake here on first down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. J.J. Watt in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. So a first-quarter sack, and remember, keep in mind, he had 2 sacks in last week's game.
And it's always intriguing to me to watch these great pass rushers because some of them, they need their teammates to scheme for them, maybe occupy people and make it a one-on-one matchup. Other guys, they just defeat everything in front of them. To get 2 sacks in a game, it's a little bit of both for you.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he's brought down, but not before getting across midfield to the 45. A gain of 32 that time. Now the first carry for the Cincinnati Bearcat, George Wynn. And down to the 36-yard line here. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
Here we go now. Over. No. Check. Patriot.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. J.J. Watt, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Third down and 12.
Here we go now. 3-19.
The tight end in motion right. On third, here's an option play right. He can run for it, and he will. 3 yards on the keeper, and it's 4th down. Just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. And that hits the crossbar and comes back no good. And by just a couple of inches, this remains a scoreless game. All things considered, a pretty good kick, just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck, and unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
Now a first carry for Lamar Miller. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. And with the play clock running low, Bill O'Brien's going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll run it again with Miller. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, got to make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
On 3rd down, Miller. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
They tried to run right into the teeth of the defense on 3rd down, but looked like those teeth were pretty sharp.
They were having absolutely none of it. Stuffed him for a loss.
Yeah, couldn't get any leverage up front and move people aside in order to run the ball.
Watson going to stay out there as they'll go for it on 4th. On 4th down, Watson. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down. Watson on first down. A swing pass caught. A very solid gain of 27. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. On 2nd down, here's Watson. He can't bring him down.
The weight room does work.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
They'll try to punch it in with Miller. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. Now the Texans are going to call on the field goal unit. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And this one is right through. And it's now 3-0 Texans. So they take it all the way to the 1-yard line, but in the end, they opt for 3.
I know if this was a video game, they never would have gone for the field goal because, Brandon, who kicks field goals in video games? But you've got to make sure you get points, and that was as easy a 3 as you can get.
You kick field goals in video games. That's who kicks field goals in video games.
We spend so much time talking about the physical side of the game. How about the mental side? They just gave up a field goal, but they didn't get down at all. Big-time return. They're set up to try and at least tie the game up.
He'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
When the big guy rumbles down the center of the field and he gains leverage on a guy trying to cover him, it is really, really tough for the defender to get through him to make a play on the football. That's why guys love to throw that route down the middle, throw it deep, and let the big guy go get it.
Back to throw now on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. DJ Reader able to collapse the pocket and touch him for a loss of a yard. They'll drop the throw. Going for it all. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strike ability as we saw on that run.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering what's going on.
Gonzalez now to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. A gain of 4 on the play. And it'll be second down.
Here we go.
To throw is Watson. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down. From the 50, it's Watson. Completion left side to Miller. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now's a play that has happened. You lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
On first down, it's Watson. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. They were trying to get the connection with a former Buckeye, Braxton Miller. And that'll bring up second down. Shift together here from the D-line. Watson. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Oh, and after the sack, he's still down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. So a collective holding of breath here as the starter heads for the sideline. And they'll hand the duties over to the former Houston Cougar. It's Case Keenum. Now Keenum. The catch is made by Kendall Wright. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
On first down, it's Keenum. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. Will Fuller was the intended target. And that'll bring up second down. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive.
Green 39.
Second and 10. Keenum here again. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
Throwing on 3rd down, Keenum. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense, and over the post.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now the Browns coming out on the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
Well, this is one of the downsides of being a rookie quarterback. You know you're going to get called out about everything you do that goes wrong. Here, maybe he's a little uncertain about where to go with the football. And at this level, uncertainty equals turnovers. And this one winds up being intercepted.
They go play action here on 1st down. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at 2nd down.
But one thing's for sure, when you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. On 2nd down, here's Miller. And he'll be stopped up quickly here at the 38. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9. Working from the gun, Keenum. He's letting this one go for... He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. The Browns offense heading back out to take possession. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Now they try the right side here. And some room to roam now. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down at the 32-yard line. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. Now they'll run it on the toss. And it's a fumble. And the Texans say they have it. They do. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Following the fumble recovery, Keenum. And he's got some space here. And avoids the contact by sliding. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Here's Keenum underneath for Miller. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
first down carry now for Miller. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Again, it's Miller. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. A minute 58 to go in this first half of play. More from Cleveland after this. On 3rd down, that's Miller. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And his kick is indeed good. And with that, they'll take a 2-point lead here in quarter number 2. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
Not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though this offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Browns getting set to go. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
Shotgun. He'll look to throw. Looking left side. He's got it. Complete. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Back to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
He'll look to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. He'll drop to throw. Being chased out left. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and that just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
That's fielded at the 8-yard line. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Keenum. Buying time to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. So this brings up a 2nd and 2.
Hurry up, here we go.
throw is Keenan. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Myles Garrett in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. The final shot before half for Keenan. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. From the gun, it's Keenan. Dumps it complete to Miller. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. It'll be a gain of 6, and just like that, it's third down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Throwing is Keenum on third down. Got a man, it's right. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They give him 27 yards on the third down conversion. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. Now a play fake here on first down. Looking deep downfield. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll lead here to a third down. They're still in search of the first down after that last completion. Again, Keenum. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to fourth down.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
So making 4 out of 4 now in the field goal department, and he's able to extend their lead.
When drives are bogged down, he's been an automatic out there. So nice to have a kicker you can count on to put points on the board.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the third quarter. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned. Because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Second down now after the pass completion. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
So it'll be first down here after the run.
All right, now, look at 56. Look at 56.
Looking to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. That's caught at the 25. They give him a gain of 38.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect. So incomplete on first. Let's see what 2nd down has in store. They'll set up to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland.
That route is really tough to cover because if they're running it correctly, you think it's really going to be a slant.
Yeah, well, we talk all the time about how it's tough to execute offensively, but you're saying, don't forget, it's tough to cover for the defense, too.
Yeah, the number one thing that you're taught is to not get caught inside or get beat inside. So you guard that a little bit more. So that gives you a little bit more space to operate outside if you start your move initially inside if you're a receiver.
And the lead is now 2. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Caught left side, Hopkins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Tenth carry now for Lamar Miller. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Keenum. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that'll make it 2nd down. Out of the gun, Keenum. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Emmanuel Ogbah in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. On 3rd and long, it's Keenum. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
But no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A big play there with his third touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. And that makes it a 9-point game. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, if there got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down. On first down is Keenum. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll make it a second down. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Browns football, and they've got the lead here as we start quarter number 4. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. Now back to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
It's a lot of contact going on there. And in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. DJ Reader in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. He'll return it from the 6. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Texans are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. And the Texans set to come onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any weight.
And he's taken down back at his own 7.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Keenum to throw on second down. And he's got it over the middle. Fedorowicz. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Throwing on third down, Keenum. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call. There, that brings up fourth. And the head coach reaches for the red flag, tosses it down on the field. He wants a challenge here. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Throwing is Keenum. And that is incomplete. Bill O'Brien rolls the dice, but to no avail. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. And a great spot to start this drive from here. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Can't find anyone open. Just keeping the play alive. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
While you admire anyone trying to pick up an additional couple of yards, they're just not worth it when you take shots like that. Quarterbacks have to stay in the game and stay on the field.
And now here's a carry heading left. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great effort there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Browns add on to their lead. And that one could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Now Keenum. Underneath for Miller. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Back to throw, Keenum. Setting up the screen for Miller. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. A good pickup there on first as the screen pass gets him 8. Fourth quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure they only get one more shot after this. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stay.
And the pressure gets to him again.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on fourth down. Now Keenum got to have this one. And this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. So still over 3 minutes remaining in this game, but boy, not getting that when that hurt.
That's a little bit demoralizing, so they have to be careful about that because still have an opportunity if they can get some things done on defense. But now, since they've taken over on downs, a team with the ball, guess what? Going to 4-minute offense, maybe they can put this thing away. I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Steps away to his left. He may try and run for this. That's good for a Cleveland 1st down, an 11-yard pickup. That is an absolute backbreaker. That was a design passing play, wasn't a draw. You think you got him stopped, good coverage downfield, and he's able to pick up the first with his legs. Defensively, that kicks into your psyche and hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and here's the thing. Anytime you give up a 1st down, it hurts you psychologically, but it hurts more when they get it this way because you've covered everything. He didn't have any place to throw the football. He takes off running and picks it up anyway, and now you have to stay on the field for an extra set of downs.
And really could have used that stop trailing here in the 4th. On 2nd down, they'll try and run the counter. And he loses the football a 2nd time.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. The Browns on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 11. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They'll try the option right here on 3rd down. And they'll get him down right about the 20. And now the Texans want to call another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And the kick by Gonzalez is good. And that will extend their lead even further. And you figure with that, this game's pretty well out of reach.
It would take a heck of a comeback at this point. Being 3 scores down, I think that's too much to ask with time winding down here in the 4th.
This is taken at the 3. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And now the Browns are going to take another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. On 1st and 10, here's Keenum. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. That's good for a Texan 1st down, a 12-yard pickup. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Emmanuel Ogbah in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. On 2nd down, here's Keenum. And he's going to go down again. Myles Garrett in there to get him, and that's sack number 12 for him on the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
3rd and long. It's Keenum. And right with it here over the middle. And he's able to get this one up to the 45-yard line. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. Now Keenum. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
This is Miller, and he's going to be run over, hit hard, as he'll be marked down.